Find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And all this is taken in one hand, and what a catch.
Complete to Allen Robinson.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
First down, a run with Cohen. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
25-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chicago.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled back.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
We'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Charles, let's get a look at the draft class for this offense. Remember, no first-round picks this year. They traded it away. How much of a detriment is that?
Well, what they're hoping is the reason they traded away that first-round pick, that player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds and the middle rounds of this draft, that's when your scouting comes to the front. You have to hit on those selections.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Makes the score Bears 10, Lions 7.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
We remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's funny, partner, you often hear how tough it is for a rookie receiver to adjust to the NFL. I think the same is true for tight ends. You're asking them to do a lot in the NFL game with the additional blocking that many of them didn't have to do in college. And T.J. Hockenson, he was a number 8 overall pick in 2019 and had a good rookie season with 32 catches. I expect that number to go way up as he gets more comfortable with the NFL game. A nice catch right there for a first down.
he's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. The screen pass here to Cohen. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
It's a gain
A
of
big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The final shot before the break. Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Touchdown, rookie Jalen Johnson. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
The kickoff for Chicago.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback.